What a day in the market. We're up 150 points pre-market. Then we're down 250 points pre-market, so that's a $400 swing. And then we ended up with a day up, 180 after the gap down. Another big ranging day. The market started off slow, but there were a lot of stocks that just went ballistic right off the open for some unbelievable $5, $6, $7, $8, $12, $14 moves. So maybe we'll get back to normal. We'll just start with our SPY chart. Here's our alerts we've had, or trend lines we've had. And I got a line right here that kind of lined up with this little base right here. When we ran up that day, that's where we stopped at. Well, that's about where we stopped at today. So we want to stay above that, which is not much down. I mean, it may go down below it tomorrow and come back up. We want to end up above it at the end of the day to maybe have reached this bottom. We could easily get a reversal here. This is about a 50% retracement from there to there back to here. So a lot of times stocks will run 50%, then they'll go back and retrace some. So we're really not sure what's going to happen tomorrow still, but that was a very strong day and a lot of money went back in the market. We'll just see what tomorrow brings. This morning was hard to figure out what this thing was going to do. So look at a 5-minute chart here. You see gap down and how it spent this time down here. This was at 10 o'clock, back down here, and by 10:10 started this uptrend. There were stocks by 10:10 up $5, $6, $7 that never did any of this. They just went straight up. Nvidia is just one of them, but there was plenty more just like this. And it's like you're watching the market down here, so you're scared to take this because you think it's going to come straight back down. It just keeps going, and then you don't want to chase, and they just kept going and kept going, and many of them did that. Let's see what we had come up on the scans today. Get a quick look. We're going to get back on the tutorial, try to get back to the standard format. Got no bear breaks for the week. Got some bull breaks on the weekly, so that's something a little different. No daily bear breaks, but 2. And the daily bulls are starting to pick back up, so we start to have something to look at. And the ones here that are showing up on the daily bulls, they're the ones that didn't sell off that bad yet, that are showing up first. We're going to go back and get back on our format on the bull bear zones, and we'll get that tutorial did, and we'll get on these charts. This is a mini tutorial on what the lines mean on my charts if you're a first-time viewer or been a while since you viewed. We're scanning on weekly and daily charts for my condition. When this green line is up, it's my bull zone, and when the red line is up, it's my bear zone. You need to be aware of support and resistance lines and what charts do at levels, and that's what these levels are for. Just quickly as I can do this, and we're going to put a video on YouTube getting more from your swing trading charts that'll be more detailed and look at more stocks, how they react to these lines. But the gist of what you see here is this is what I'm scanning for, and as you can see here, this showed up in the bear zone. It did go down for a few days, but these green lines are support, and that's why it fought for a few days, tried to bounce back up, headed back down again, came right back into the bull zone, bear zone, excuse me, and continued on down. Now the lines, here's what they represent. A green line is a place that a stock went up to and rejected. So as this green line redrew itself every time we made highs right here, and then it stayed across here for reference points, continues the same line here for reference points. Resistance, when you get above it, becomes support. This green line was drawn way back in the history, and when this stock broke above this resistance level, when it came back down, it held it, it held it, it held it, it tested it and held it again and again. That was support. That's why I want you to be aware of what these lines mean. You'll see them on my charts. And then the activity that stocks do, sometimes they go, that's my first target, that's my second target. Many times stocks go target 1, pull back a little, target 2, then they may pull all the way back to 1 and go again if they're continuing an uptrend. In this case, it did the pull back. This blue line is a 50 period moving average. This orange line is a 200. So that's what I want you to be aware of as well. And then I have a pivot system that consists of this blue line at the top, yellow line at the bottom, and my target 1 and target 2. You'll see this particular day this stock gapped down, huge gap down, open way down here. The low on this stock was 169.68. I'm getting that right out of this box over here. And the value of that yellow line was 169.67. Within 1 cent, it held that line and bounced that day for a huge bounce. It's not a support level, but it's where I look for stocks to try to hold. It's where I look, if I'm short, say from here, this is where I'm looking to get out. I'm looking to move 2 levels, target 1, target 2, going up, target 1, target 2. The pink lines all represent places the stock has gone down to and bounced. This pink line is referencing this last pivot low. So as you're selling down into it, it may bounce again. If you get below it, then it becomes resistance. And that's all these lines mean. I just want you to know what they mean going forward. Thanks for watching the video. Let's get started. We'll do the bears first because there's going to be a short list. There's your weekly bears, nothing crossing into weekly bear zone. And the daily bears, you only had 2. Get on the daily chart. This is a re-entry, just where this stock's kind of based here for 4 days, never really bounced any. And I think the sector's kind of having issues anyway. And here's your weekly, and this is in a weekly bear zone as well. And there's no support that I see there on the weekly or the daily. I see resistance here that has been resisting each day. You see this high right here today, can get back through these levels up here. That stock we just looked at's got earnings in about a week if this date's correct. We're still on a daily here. This gap down into bear zone today. Been selling on the weekly for quite some time. That's a weekly. Did hold an old support line here on the daily. This is a place that's bounced in the past, and it's probably, let's see what the value is, $10.52, and go back on the weekly, and I don't think that was this low. So this was back in here. Yes, way back here in April. So that could be pretty significant there. This is more significant down here. You got this level right here, last little pivot low 871, and then this pivot low of 720. And some of these are represented right here by these lines here on the daily. If it don't hold here, it's got plenty more room to go down. Get on over to the bulls. It's a weekly chart way down. I'm really not sure why this would be on a daily bull. Oh, excuse me. I need to select a chart. Okay. Just oh, it's a weekly bull. I'm sorry, I'm on the wrong chart. Weekly bull. I knew it didn't look right on the daily. We've already tried to do this, just been basing for several weeks. Didn't really sell off much, and just trying to resume where it was. It's really out of this base down here, so it's got some work to do. Kara is in a base and just barely showing. Had this jump up here the other week, and it triggered a weekly bull at that time. Sold off real hard. It went up too fast, but it's starting to show back up on the weekly bull here again. Let's see what the daily looks. Okay, you had several good days here in a row. You do got a little resistance area coming up right here at 1470, and this stock could actually get something going back in this momentum it had on whatever this craziness was back here. But it's just starting a weekly bull zone, so this would be a good one if you're interested in this stock. It looks like it's trying to set up to do something. CFR weekly bull zone, really just already kind of getting back resituated what it was doing before the sell-off. This stock was on here yesterday. Same thing, just trying to resume where it left off. Big breakout on this stock last several days actually. It's been running every day. Today it had another pretty good day for a stock this size, $1.50. This broke out on the daily bull here 3 days ago. We had this on the video. Continues on up, making new highs. AAP had a pretty good day today. It's on the not on the weekly bull. I had this up from yesterday. Surprised that this actually held here today. Back up through the 250, just why I'm on that. Netflix, another one of those stocks that ran real big this morning, and it's resuming its weekly bull. This stock again has tried to get in the weekly bull 2 or 3 times, keeps chopping sideways but maintaining itself well. Again, the stock has re-entered the bull. Of course, it's recalculating this bull zone as it's went up, so it's now recrossed back into that territory. Shop, monster day today, up $11. Crazy day. Is another one of those stocks that took off right out of the chute this morning. I think I mentioned one being up $12 or $14. This must have been the one that was on my mind. It's an $11 run off the open without much hesitation anywhere along the way. All-time highs, it looks like. And gaining momentum, of course. Wayfair had a couple of big days a few days ago. Continues up today again. I believe this might have had earnings a day or two ago. Nice day today and yesterday. I think it was yesterday it actually had earnings. 2 big days in a row. Workday was up in this area a couple of weeks ago, got caught in the sell-off. It's starting to resume its way here. XL into the weekly bull zone. First weekend, didn't really have a sell-off last week. just kind of based sideways while the market was doing all that chopping. This is a strong stock. And the index getting back up where it was on the weekly before the sell-off. I'll take a look at the daily bulls and then get to the recap here in just a moment. Through time, I've got several comments and emails from viewers that don't subscribe to our services but do watch our videos and basically say, hey man, I'm getting some good trades off your videos. I wish there's a way I could contribute, and I don't want to sign up for a membership. So I finally went and made a donation button. You can find it two places. On any video, we're included at the bottom. You just click the show more button, and shortly down there you'll see support our channel, a donation through PayPal. You can click right here, pay through or make a donation through PayPal. Any amount you want to put in there is acceptable and appreciated. And then on our website, you can go to daytradersetups.com, press the YouTube menu item. It'll take you to this page, and there's a donate button there as well. And we appreciate that, appreciate the suggestion, and thank you ahead of time for any donations sent. We appreciate it a lot. Forgot to say happy Valentine's to the ladies out there. That's what I had to go do tonight, was take my sweetie out for dinner before I made this video. ACHC, we're on dailies now. Got this long base, first time in the bull zone, trying to break out of this base. You know, this has been big time oversold on the weekly, but on the daily it's trying to get started broke up through the bull zone today. I'm not super crazy about this. Confirmation tomorrow may get you going though. And you got earnings, keep that in mind, in a week. And it may run to earnings. FRC, you got your 200-day coming up right here. Really nice breakout today. Just first week, first time on. Just getting started. Still got to break out through this high. Previous rejection up there, which could have just been, you know, that's what this stock does. You can see the history of it. LOGM breaking into the bull zone today, first time in several weeks, or at least 2 weeks, back to here when it was up trying to get going here earlier and pull back. It's now got up to this old high that was plotted way back in October, and it did close above it. That's a good sign. Pull back to it and hold it in the morning will be a really good sign. Big day it had today, and has earnings either, it says the 15th, so that'll going to be tomorrow. So if it's before the bell, this may have just ran up into the earnings. This has been a real choppy in and out. I don't know what to tell you about that one. Lulu, pretty strong day. You can see how the days are usually not that strong on Lulu. Ran into this old high and stopped today. Didn't really pull back very much, but did stop there, and it's been there before and rejected it. But that's also when the market died right there, so you know that could have had something to do with that quick pullback. MSCI did get in there on this gap up, but this is the first real progression back into this, and this is near all-time highs. Those stocks look like twins. I'm sure they must have something to do with each other. No, they do not. Really similar, I guess, just the market pattern. Shop we looked at earlier, monster day, big breakout, all-time highs. And this could be setting up weekly and daily. It's got you on the bull zone here. VECO. Gap up yesterday into resistance, cleared resistance today. Pretty nice looking chart, actually, the way it looks here on this base, and that's way oversold on your weekly. But it's getting up off these support lines and trying to get some momentum here. WATT. This is a weekly resistance line. It's still having trouble getting through. This goes way back, an old high back into January 2017. And here's a daily recent high that it's trying to get through. So still got a little work to get over this level. Gets over, probably comes back, test it again, maybe the next day. And it's trying to break out of this base, and it's in a pretty nice tight base that it's trying to break from. So if it can get over these levels here and close, this could be setting up for something. WB we already talked about. Earnings 2 days ago, breaking out. Weight Watchers, unbelievable monster day it had. It's just resuming what it got to pull back after that big day. Just grinding its way up. Now you do got some weekly resistance a little ways up here. First number is going to be 82.91. XL, we looked at this a minute ago on a weekly. This has already been really breaking up. I'm on the weekly, I'm sorry. Here's your daily. We're on the weekly on the bear zone, bull zone breakout. We're back into where we were before we got this sideways chop with the market. And Z, not a very smooth trader, but getting back into the bull zone. And this is actually in a bull zone on weekly as well. That's all we got tonight. We're going to put the recaps up here for you. Thanks for watching. Remember, we put this up here where you can pause the video. You got your entire watch list today, yesterday, day before, to give you a chance to look at those, see how they're holding up on our momentum and how they're holding up here. Bases off the highs are not getting high enough to fall out of this trend stability that we use. And then same thing on the dailies. We'll show you that in just a second. So you can see the stocks that are still maintaining their downward momentum and staying in the recalculated newly lower bear zone, keeping below that. As long as it stays in that bear zone, because that is getting to be a lower and lower factor, is still in a pretty good shape. Most of this stuff that did all the big selling off is bounced enough now that it's back out of the bear zones altogether and back above the original numbers that took them into the bear zone. We'll pull this down where you can see what might be down here of interest. Still got a couple down here pretty weak with the red check marks. And a lot of the ones we just looked at actually just came in, re-entered on the new bear zone and still maintaining the old bear zone. No, this is the new, I'm sorry. This was already on here 4 days ago. Came back in on the new today. Probably would have been better just to sort this by what's still in the bear zone. I will do that. Usually try to keep them alphabetic. I am going to let you look at all of them. The ones that still got some green in this column hadn't really gone very far on the bounce part. And we'll go back and sort this for you by that column where you can get a good look at what's still real weak. Move it back to alphabetic for myself. And we'll look at the bulls. Today we just went over. These are the three that are on there yesterday, still maintaining themselves. $1.40 up today was from yesterday on the alert. Another $1.40 today. That's now $1.53 from the alert price. In EWR was alerted yesterday at $2.69 today. I said $1.40. That's wrong. It's up 26 cents today. $1.40 profit since we alerted it. $4.93 since we alerted it. We alerted this yesterday, and then it had a $2.69 up today. More. This is the profit at the high since the alert. This is the actual profit at the end of the day from the alert price, and we keep carrying that forward each day. And then this is actually what the stock did today. These were 3 days ago bull break. $1.99 more today on CME. Since we gave the break, it's $2.54 profit. All these still in the bull zone. $1.33 today, up $2.58 now. $2.31 today, up $5.35 total since we gave you this alert. Wicks up $6.15 today. That's $8.60 since we gave the alert. From this alert price, $10.20 at its peak. And this was alerted 3 days ago. So watching the video, you picked it up 2 days ago if you were on our alert service. And this is in our top 400 list. You got this real time on our website. Exactly when it went through the level here. Slowing down here, lost 45 cents today. Still got the momentum part of the indicator, so it may continue on up. Just doing this chopping here around the 200. Grub, another 542 today. 5th day on the list. Total of $17 since we alerted this out on this gap. And this Visto still holding up. That's everything we got. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to our channel. See you tomorrow. While you're here, be sure to subscribe to our channel and follow us on Twitter or StockTwits at Daytrader Setups. And our website is daytradersetups.com and swingtradersetups.com. Don't forget, this video is being brought to you by our premium alerts at swingtradersetups.com. They're real-time alerts. They're posted on our website, and we're looking at our bull zone weekly and daily breakouts, and our bear zone weekly and daily breakouts that are in one category on the website. And there are other categories that are more aggressive for the more active trader as well. And by having a subscription to that service, you get all these alerts intraday as they happen, and one subscription gets you access to everything, as well as our chart system. If you would like to get it, I can set you up a couple of different ways to have the green and pink lines available for your charts as you review. Let's go forward.